Chapter 836, the Vivre card Lola gave. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Podcast. It's your favorite One Piece pirate boys back again, coming at you, bringing you the hottest One Piece
right
information. Coming right at you, coming right on you, coming around.
Sexually.
That's right. So chapter 836, the Vivre card Lola gave, or like Vivre card. There's never been like a good
Vivre.
English.
I always thought it was Vivre.
Vivre. I always called it like Biblicard. I always liked that because that was like what they first used before it was actually known what it meant. I'm gonna call it a Biblicard because I think it sounds cool, even though it's Vivre. So this chapter was, you know what? I won't give my impression of the overall chapter until the end, for suspense, but it was informative. We saw this biscuit guy. He was cool. I forgot I made a list of things to say about this. Hang on while I get it. We can talk about these topics.
First of all, we got confirmation that it was Lola.
Yes, we got,
so Lola,
of course.
And the Vivre card is all true.
As I suspected, as everyone in the world suspected, Lola is indeed Big Mom's daughter. As I knew since 2008, when it was first suggested, I instantly knew. Like, as soon as they said, my mom is an important pirate, it was like, well, obviously, it's Big Mom. Who else is it going to be? Not going to be anybody. So that was obvious. It was a little too easy.
Medium.
If there were if One Piece had a few more great female pirates, that might have, muddied the water a bit more. But there's like only one, so that's it.
Pretty sexist.
And you know what? Yeah, what is a sexist? Well, Japan's a little sexist, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. But you know what I noticed? I was just thinking about this. Every Yonko seems to have something that's fucked up about him. Like, Big Mom has hunger pains, and she goes crazy, and she wants to eat everybody, and that's not good. And of course, Whitebeard was an old-ass bitch who was,
well, he was
dead.
He was dying, but that's...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had old-ass bitch disease, and that sucked. Kaido is suicidal. Though that might be a strength because it'll be Klingon strength. It'll go into battle and fight really hard. I don't know. Shanks has only one arm, and Blackbeard is really ugly, which is the worst affliction you could possibly have.
Yeah, he's got like a checkerboard teeth going on.
He does. Even Big Mom has all her teeth. She's looking much better than Blackbeard these days. Okay. Anyway, what else? This chapter was a little weird because not a lot really happened. They talk for a while. I'm Biscuit. I'm strong. Oh, by the way, it was this thing that you'll probably like. This guy Biscuit shows up, or he was there last chapter, or whatever. He's one of the big dudes, one of Big Mom's tough guys, kind of like he's got an 860 million berry bounty, and who's that other guy? The Drought, Elephant Man, Mammoth Man, Jack.
Wait a minute.
Jack.
Wait a second.
It's like
Hang on.
What?
On my version, he's called Cracker.
What? Are you serious?
He's called Cracker.
Wait, am I
Yonko
wrong?
Big
Is he
Mom
actually
Pirates,
called Cracker?
One of the 3 sweet commanders, Thousand Arms Cracker. About the 860 million.
I swear to God, I saw Biscuit in here somewhere.
There might be another guy called Biscuit.
There's no way. Wait, okay, I'm gonna.
Well, he is made of a cracker. They cracks.
Well, he's biscuits. I was gonna do a whole thing about how Oda clearly agrees with your definition of biscuit, meaning a cookie, as opposed to our definition in Murica of a biscuit, which is a biscuit, like a thing you have with gravies and mashed potatoes in the Southland. But
maybe I don't know.
Well, it's because Big Mom likes sweets. Everyone's a sweet man.
I can see on his belt it says BIS, bis. Maybe this
okay,
version is wrong.
I'm Googling this shit right now, because I just looked and mine says Cracker too, on one of them. Okay, this has to be settled. Hang on. Okay, One Piece. Cracker? Charlotte
they
Cracker.
All crackers.
Alright, this is
funky
Cracker
ass
right here.
Bitch, nigga crackers.
Alright, I'm looking right now, and the katakana in his name is clearly Kuraka. So he is clearly Cracker. Okay, a cracker is not sweet. It's like a salty snack. I guess that's cool. Oh, and his name is Thousand Arms Cracker? I'm just
Yeah.
learning this for the first... I didn't even pay attention to that. That's so
you
cool.
Stupid. You knock once. He clicks his shoulder pad and he grows arms suddenly.
I was not sure what was... I mean, I saw him touching his shoulder and more arms appeared. But I don't understand the mechanics of that or anything. And that's
see
fine.
it animated, because I don't get it. I think
You know,
maybe
that is true.
they crack off, like, fragments, but...
Oh, does it say that he... Thousand Arms Cracker... Yeah? Okay, I mean, it doesn't say it's devil fruit or anything, so maybe this is just a thing he can do. Who knows? We'll find out. So, okay, I was totally wrong. His name's not Biscuit at all. I take back everything I was going to say. He's just a cracker man. Well, that's cool. He's and he's like Jack. He's like one of the commander guys for Yonko. And he's cool. I also like the other lady's name is Brulee. Have you ever had a creme brulee? Or maybe there are
I've
brulees
heard of
besides
creme brulee. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to Google it right now. I don't...
Let's Google the whole time.
I will. Okay, it's like some sort of baked...
It's confectionery, isn't it?
It definitely is. It's like a layer of sugar that's supposed to be burned on top. I don't know. It looks tasty. I'd have one sometime.
Right.
You know who else was cool? Was that Crane and Rabbit best friend duo who were hanging around. They got a laugh out of me. The Rabbit's like, he made me come here. And the stork and the Crane's like, what? I liked it. One Piece is funny. It's always good. Is there anything else to say about this? Oh, you know what? Another thing I wanted to touch on while we were here talking about the new chapter was something you told me the other day from this interview with Eiichiro Oda, who you may know as the man who makes One Piece.
Yes.
Among his other accomplishments. And
he said the manga is 70% complete, roughly.
70% complete. So I did the math, by the way. We're on chapter 840 or so, and it works out to almost exactly chapter 1200 would be the final chapter, if it was, in fact, like exactly 70% complete. That's a good many years away. That's probably like 6 years away or something. But I don't like it. It makes me scared.
Why don't you like it?
It makes me scared that One Piece will end. It's like One Piece is like my friend through my entire life. It's the one series that I'm okay with it basically never ending because I get it. I understand. I want it to end. I want it to have the ending it needs, but it spooks me a little bit.
I don't know. I kind of like the fact that he knows, like he can say a percentage with some degree of confidence.
Don't get me wrong. That is a very good thing for him to say as a storyteller. That's absolutely true. But as a weak human being who is reminded of his mortality when people talk about the end of things, it just gets to me a little bit. But, it really does feel appropriate. Because,
in that same interview that that he was talking about 70%, he did mention, reiterate that the ending that he's got was the same ending, and it will be the same ending that he came up with at the very beginning.
Could Oda be any better of a person or any better of a storyteller? He's so many people would fuck it up, like Kubo, somewhere along the way, and just, I don't know, actually Bleach ended and it was fine, I guess, but... Oh God, Oda's he's the king. He's the greatest man who ever lived.
He's the true pirate king. He's the only guy who's done.
He's my pirate king.
He's done justice to the pirate adventure. The only other good thing is Muppet Treasure Island, but that doesn't really compare.
He really has done honor to pirates, because I think that any pirate worth his salt would probably look at One Piece and say, "What is this gay cartoon?" As most people do when they first see One Piece. But when you read it, it's about real ass niggas going out there to have adventures, risking their lives, seizing their dreams, no matter what it takes to do it. And that's what the pirate life's all about, baby. At least I like to think so. And it's the spirit of adventure, more than anything else. Not even about the doubloons or any of that shit. It's just about going out there and fucking those ducks.
Yep.
And so I was just going to say before, the 70% complete thing does feel pretty appropriate because, there's this talk about, the final red poneglyphs they need to, find passage into Like, what happens when they get those, like, to the end? Is that, like, 2 Raftel once they get all 4 poneglyphs?
We were talking about this last time, I think,
yeah.
and we couldn't remember, so...
We should really look this up.
We didn't look it up, so let's just
I'll look it up.
About it.
I swear to God I'll look it up before next time. I'll just
one
have to reread those
thing I want to
chapters.
talk about in this chapter is the thing that wasn't hacky, that got all those guys to just die out of fear.
Wait. Okay, I know exactly what you're saying, but I want to properly build that up real quick.
Okay.
So let me take people back in time, and you can talk about it as well. You can tell them the main thing, but everyone travel back in time to the year 2008, when the Thriller Bark arc has just ended. There's all these kooky characters going on, and one of them's Lola, who made friends with the Straw Hats. They saved her life several times, and whatever, it's all great. And she gives Nami, this is the first time we've ever heard about this, I believe, a Biblicard. Actually, Ace introduced Biblicards, but he didn't say what they did way back in the day. But Lola gives a Biblicard saying what it is to Luffy. And I don't think they explained what they do yet, but just said, hold on to this. I'm going to write a note on it so that because my mom is a great pirate, and I want her to do nice things to you when you meet her one day. And now I know that that's Big Mom. But the thing is, all right, and this is super important, and this is why One Piece is the greatest series ever conceived by man or God. At the time that she gives her the Biblicard, we see Lola say shit like, sorry, I'm just going to the right page. I want to get the exact quote that she said. Okay, she tells Nami when she gives her the Biblicard, now that they're best buddies, take this, it's really special. It's my mom's Biblicard. So, in the context of us reading that chapter for the first time, we think, Biblicards are cool, her mom is special, that's pretty cool that she's given it to us, that's going to be useful, and it's fine. And so, we come up with this theory that it's obviously Big Mom, the Biblicard is going to be used for this specific purpose, to, make friends with her later, to, pacify one of the Yonko, which will be a huge event, and it'll be awesome. But the thing that we could never have possibly predicted was the double meaning when Lola herself said, this is really special, and that there are specifically amazing properties about this particular Biblicard, because if you don't remember, people, Biblicards are a little piece of paper like Aces that are made from your body, and that they are physically connected to you, and they could say they have a part of your soul in it. So when we get to this chapter, and we see the things that happen, why don't you explain what they were? Why don't you explain exactly what's going on?
Well, Nami takes the Vivre card out, and all the soul, all the little, what are they called?
They have a name.
The homies. The
homies, that's right.
We got Cracker and all these homies.
Yeah, Cracker and the homies, oh man. Oda, too soon.
And they're all reeling back, oh my god, she's too powerful, it's too much, it's not good, it's bad, and they're all freaking out, and they realize they can't attack Nami while she's holding that for some reason. They can't get close. And I think, Big Mom's power is the soul power, and it's part of her soul. Maybe they can't get close to Big... Oh, they can. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think it is... Yeah, I think that they are sort of instinctively inclined. They're sort of creations through Big Mom's will. It's just, when I read this chapter, right, I see the first page is oh my god, Lola is the daughter of Big Mom, and I'm yeah, I've known for 8 years. Great revelation. Thanks so much for that, Oda. And I'm okay, Oda, a little bit disappointed. But when I get to the last couple pages, and I see that there's this far more important thing going on in this very chapter about that specific item, and the fact that it has intrinsic properties relevant to this arc, that it is a part of Big Mom, her particular power of the soul fruit, or the soul fruit, specifically makes this Biblicard particularly special because it is a part of her soul that the homies react to and are afraid of, and it gives Nami this unique power over them by being a friend to Lola. How in God's name could Oda have predicted this and created all this stuff? Did he plan this? Did he plan this 8 years ago?
I don't
he
know
must
why.
Have.
I kind of know why I'm not as blown away as you, because
I'm blown away, Gib.
Because I'm thinking, like,
Uh-huh.
he planted the seed of the Vivre card. Nami had it. So this is why Nami is in the forest as opposed to someone else, because she has the thing, and it's like I just saw it as like a thing that would do something, and since these things are connected to, like, he may not have like decided what Big Mom's power was until he thought about this.
Sure.
So he sort of made the power like that. I mean, the fact that it all works very well is pretty impressive. I could imagine that he wrote down all of Big Mom's powers and how things could work, and then decided to do the Vivre card thing way back then. Because I know that he's written like all the powers of all the characters that are really major, like really early, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
well,
probably.
Not all of them, but like a lot of them.
I'm sure he planned out the important ones, like whatever Blackbeard's got going on. I'm sure he planned that out.
Yeah.
All that shit.
I can imagine he planned this out to work like this.
I think so. For a couple reasons. I know Oda, and I've accused him before, of using kind of particularly vague language and leaving things that really, to me, feel like they should be answered, not answered. But this specific way that Lola says, this is really special. It's my mom's Bibli card, or Vivre card. Like, to me, back then, I thought of it one way. Looking at it now, it's got this whole other context that to me makes perfect sense, because not only, is it the way to like meet Mom and be friends with her, but like it's basically safe passage to get to her through Totland by making the homies like not able to attack. It's so genius. And the only reason I'm not like screaming right now is because my internet people, I just moved, my internet's fucked. I'm at work right now. I can't scream that loud because there are people in the building right now. But I want to emphasize, I am freaking out about how genius this was. This is unbelievably good storytelling. And sometimes I forget how great Oda can be. This is why One Piece is the best series in the world.
Okay, everybody, I'm ready to talk about Bleach.
Okay.
Let's talk
Get
about
out of here. You're not on the
end
podcast.
of Bleach.
You're not a pirate like us. Get out of here.
I thought this was the Bleach.
You're too
No,
late. We're doing One Piece
recording.
now.
We're on our ship right now, sailing the ocean blue,
Get
talking
out
about
of
One
our
Piece.
boat.
Get out. You're not
Stay
allowed.
away.
I don't want
No
fine.
stowaways allowed on my crew.
I don't know how to get out.
Just jump in the ocean. No one wants you here. You're a bad person.
Goodbye.
All right, that's been dealt with.
Throw him overboard.
We'll throw him overboard. I can't believe you stowed away on our ship. Well, that's what I wanted to end with. Any other points to add?
Well,
Hippo,
I was
my
gonna say,
man?
I saw this thing on the One Piece Reddit about a thing that makes sense now that we know Sanji was a prince, and it was like, I can't remember exactly, but I can't find it. But Sanji was saying to Kuma, like at the end of Thriller Bark, so it's also a thing that comes back now. Sort of.
Oh, right.
Is that Sanji says, the Marines might not think much of me now, but I am the one who's going to be the most trouble for you and the world government. It's like me, Sanji Blackleg, and that's like, that seems like just a thing like he's bragging, but it has a bit of an extra meaning.
Yeah, even at the time, I always thought like, that line is a little bit odd. Like, really, Sanji, you think really you're going to be the most trouble? I mean, first of all, it's weird on the level that he was prepared to sacrifice his life. Like, how much trouble could he possibly be when he's dead? But I guess he's saying if he didn't die, he would go on to be. But, I mean, just to play devil's advocate to that, we know that Sanji wanted to just sever ties with his family and, like, never go back. So, to me, it feels like a stretch to say that he was like, I'm royalty and I'm going to be big trouble.
I think what he was doing was he saw that Zoro was probably going to die, and he was just trying to divert attention away, like saying, like, implying that I'm that guy, I'm the Sanji that's been missing from that place, and you're the world government, you're a guy you might
you mean
know.
Deliberately as a tactic to distract from Zoro, who was about to die. It's not the worst idea I've heard. Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't quite think that's what he meant, but maybe that's part of it. I could certainly see why you would think that, why people would get that out of it, knowing what we know now. Though at the time, I mean, Sanji's mysterious past has always been pretty mysterious, obviously, and I mean, frankly, a lot of them has. Like, who the fuck is Nami's mom? She was a war orphan. What happened to her family? I don't know.
Just some villager.
Just some I mean,
she
she might be the princess, dude. She might be the princess of the world nobles. Oh God, please, Oda, don't do it. You're such a genius this chapter. Please don't. Learning Sanji's backstory is like
turns
more
out
than
Nami
I need.
and Sanji are sisters. I mean,
Oh
brother
my
and sister.
God. Ivankov, when he was a baby, met Sanji, turned him into a little boy. That's why he loves girls so much, because he really is one. He's a true transgender.
I guess it's not really relevant to this chapter, but I have heard that there's like a theory that Crocodile used to be a woman.
That theory is so dumb, and everyone who says it is
I just
stupid
read about
and
it
an
today.
idiot.
I'm like, wow.
Oh, really? People
Yeah.
have been posting that on the fucking One Piece threads on A for like, I don't know, 6 years or whatever, since Impel Down. Okay, yes, Ivankov has some dirt on Crocodile, doesn't mean he was a woman when he was young. And everyone says, like, didn't you see that, like, during, Crocodile was there at Gold Roger's execution, but we don't see his face. It was a woman's face. It doesn't prove anything, guys. There's no reason to go out of your way to believe things.
It looked pretty
silly.
ridiculous. And there was also, like, an added theory that not only was he a woman, but
that
he
is
was
Luffy's mom. Luffy's
yeah.
fucking... No, it's not true. Don't buy it, you fucking idiots. And you know what people bring up as evidence of that? It's that when Luffy, in one of the... You know, like, those little cartoon... Like the 4-panel things Oda sometimes draws, or like the 4-page things that are like Mafia Time, or like Family Time, where he draws like the crew as like different roles. Like Luffy's a robot with Chopper Man, or like whatever. Like there was one where they were all mafia dudes, and Luffy with his hair slicked back looks just like Crocodile. It's confirmed. The evidence is piling up. People are
sure.
People are crazy, man.
If you put enough grease on your hair, you can look like anyone. That's my
Indeed.
motto.
All right, I think we're done here. There was a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about One Piece. There's always a million things to talk about, even when there's a fair. Well, I want to say uneventful, but frankly, that ending blew my freaking mind. Best ending ever.
It was a very cool ending.
Oh god, it's
The
so
fact that Nami
fucking
is
genius.
now the power.
And oh god, it's so good. Like this is a real reason for Nami to have actual power that isn't just like she worked out. This is like this is the stuff. This is what I want One Piece to be. This is just such great storytelling. Nami is here. She's relevant. Oh my god, Nami's relevant again. I never thought it would happen. I never thought it could be real. It's finally happened. Nami matters. This is a 12 out of 10 chapter. Oh my god. And you know really what it is? The fact that like we found out Lola is Big Mom's mom, like that brought my expectations so low. that thing at the end. Oh my god, it blew me away. Okay. That's it for this time.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the next crazy ship time. Goodbye.
That's the name of the show. See
yeah,
ya.
crazy ship time. Goodbye.